Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here back with Chaos TV, and we've kind of been thrown into the third place playoff, as we weren't really informed as to when the match is going to start, and even the manager himself of the event was thrown off. So it is already 7-8. Of course, having passed the first half already. On the attacking side, we will see Redbyte. Defending side, we'll see WinFakt. Again, this is the third place playoff. So winners of this will grab themselves a place on the third spot, grabbing themselves a podium position as well. And straight up in here, we will see Max, your last man standing for the Redbyte side, will be taken down by Fantasy and going 8-8. Now, I say again, I do apologize that this is pretty sudden. Not many people will warn about it. And yeah, so I also apologize for the names, because it seems that WinFakt are set on just annoying people, as we've now got different names. We've got ProBob, Strengths, and Yapets, and who's who is really, yeah, just annoying to say the least. WinFakt, nevertheless, going to be playing strong. Takeout 2 from Redbyte, having a strong start. We are on Crash, so that defending side, some would say, would be the preferred one. Evo and Termi, your last two left. Yeah, on Crash. Evo dropping around the corner, taking out, well, it's not really Strengths. Unless Quake Live players are now rather good at COD4. Toby with a brilliant peek towards back 8 to take out ProBob. And now him and Eva, your last two standing, going to get that bomb down. Fantasy, the SMG, has spotted Termi. Will push up on here. Termi trying to get the no-scope just to push him back. Will come around the corner. Termi with the Deagle takes it to 9-8. Redbyte currently around in the lead. And it seems from WinFakt, who went from getting a really close match versus Lowland Lions in the semi-finals to might actually hit a fourth spot here if they carry on with this. Fantasy on scope taking out Termi, and it seems that WinFakt are just having loads of fun at the moment. I don't want to say that they're taking it seriously, because if an SMG is on scope, that's a different story. Planted. Max and Riddick landing frags of their own. Eva gets that bomb down. Round seems set for WinFakt. 4 still left for Redbyte. It is Yapets and Reflexer. Max SMG onto Reflexer. Looking at the scoreboard, the scores are actually pretty much even. Both of the top players having 18 for each side, and bottom players having 10 and 11 respectively. 12s and 13s in the midsection, and really actually even scores. So yeah, if you did just join us and you're wondering what's going on, why are there so many rounds in and we didn't know about this? This is the third place decider match that was joined a little bit late on. Well, not really our decision when they decided, or when they started. Quite a few people were thrown off by that one. Evo, man of the bomb strengths, getting himself to. Now, Max trying to push up into that A site. Again, Evo with that bomb, gonna spray towards Link, takes out Strengths. Redbyte seem to get into this A side very easily. Yapet spotting that player on the A bomb side. Reflexer takes out Max. Last man standing is Evo, and he will be shut down by Reflexer, making it 10-9. Redbyte holding on to that one-round lead. Yeah, they need to get a little bit more, and I will see a timeout, as this is a little bit of an obvious problem that there is with Machi. So waiting to get back to that game. We'll come back. Met starting us off with a nade onto Strengths. I'm going to push down towards this B alley. Have a look at the overview. Oh, we'll see Proba with an M4 actually trying to stack up some players there. Takes out Matt. Evo's going to get the revenge onto him. And again, unless I'm the one that's lagging.
No, it's us too.
So I have had now confirmation that it's not just me. It is the VPN system that we are using, as Chaos TV isn't actually live at the event at the moment due to bandwidth issues and so forth. So there's a little bit for casting away from the event, especially on the bandwidth side, putting too much strain on it. But even at the moment, it doesn't seem to be handling the VPN too well, as we've had a couple of disconnects, but nothing too serious. Down to 10-10, 4 rounds left on this map. Is the first map, of course, or at least what we know of. So they haven't gotten too far in yet. Termi getting heavily tagged up as he re-peaks. ProBob does drop him down. Has seen where the scope is for the WinFakt side, won't actually peek towards hardware though. Strengths is moving up into lane, taking it away here with him. Met's going to shut him down. Moving on to Max. Max has got that SMG up in that A side. Does land the frag there onto Reflex. 11-10 is your score. And that seems Redbyte. I mean, yeah, it's kind of really fast-paced. WinFakt being sloppy on some sections. Nothing compared to the match that they had against Lowland Lions. Even with a nade onto Fantasy. Max pushing all the way up into that pillar section. We still see 2 players at spawn for WinFakt. Max still not moving out of these pillars. He's just playing it calm at the moment. He's waiting for a WinFakt to peek him, or at least someone else to peek out. Let a couple of shots be fired, but nothing of that kind is happening at the moment. And now we just wait. Battlefield's completely quiet. There's nobody moving anywhere. Might see a frag here. Max moving back A will be shut down by Probub's M4, who was laying down back hardware. Matt's going to try and move up into A, but there's one again waiting for him. It is Reflexer. And Redbyte haven't stopped in their tracks. Any place they decide to push now, they will be shut down. Yafet's, Strengths, and Probub each getting a frag. All 3 of them dropping. And that'll put it to 11-11, and 2 rounds left in this on this map, and 2 rounds that each team need to win. So both of these teams should bring out a whole new level of gameplay if they want to bring this one. At least try something different, because again, I say it's been sloppy play here and there. They've been floating around the maps. Haven't really been doing too much on the actual teamwork attacking side. They've kind of been pushing a player oddly here and there. Do get picked off. And then either WinFakt or Redbyte take the round. Redbyte, the player to the good at the moment. Med trying to push back hardware side towards Sandbags. Will actually be stopped in his tracks. Fantasy takes our turn towards A. It seems WinFakt have been drawn away from that A bomb side. Even Fantasy's moved towards back A. Yafet's landing that scope onto Riddick. Evo getting the reply onto Probob. Fantasy has gone all the way around front 8. Taking it away with him. He should meet up with mate any second towards the bottom sandbag side, and he does do so. Does take it to 12-11. The last round for the crash map. And of course, this is a map point for the WinFakt side, and a tie point, or at least a point that Redbyte needs to go for the tie. Just going to repeat it just in case. If you did just join us, no, this is not the finals. This is the 3rd place decider. Has advanced pretty quickly, as we were ill-informed as to when it was going to start. We weren't actually even informed when it was going to start. Strengths getting that AK onto Riddick B long. Termi onto Fantasy. Redbyte down 22 people. WinFakt look pretty good right now to take the first map. At the moment, it is going pretty slow. If it's just scoping towards that hardware side, waiting for someone to peek. You don't actually spot someone top hardware, looked away, and that SMG will peek him. Reflexer gets a frag. Met is your last man standing. He's towards front hardware. Does spot one out towards that pillar side. Pulls out his Digo, tags up Reflexer. Reflexer re-peeks with the SMG. Does shut him down. Good halves called by the WinFakt side. And we will see the first map point going towards WinFakt. The scoreboard not looking all that interesting. And I'm not actually sure what other maps are being played. So yeah, guys, it's weird. We all thought there would be a little bit of a break, and 3rd place playoff will be a little bit later than what it had been. So some of us are still caught off guard with food in our mouth. And we are now moving on to strike the second map. WinFakt now 1 map to the good. And if I may just send a nice shout out, not even a shout out, but a thank you to MediaOnShop.nl, who have been able to provide the stream for you guys. And of course, we are live to you guys from the Adroits COD4 Masters LAN. This is the 3rd place decider map. WinFakt versus Redbyte. WinFakt maps to the good. Need one more in this best of 3. And of course, whoever is the winner will claim a spot on the podium. Now, knife shouldn't be all too bad. I was going to wait for our cast. I think I can call it production ready up. There we go. I can for once talk to production straight. Makes me feel pro. Now, gonna take it away. Seems Strengths has now picked up the scope. I've got no idea who these players are for the WinFakt side. They've got players like Yafet's, Probob, and Strengths. I think Yafet's was either Zenith or Mark. One of the two. They could have changed names at some other point as well. So I've got no idea who's on the WinFakt side. Redbyte still have the usual lineup. It is their Italian side, not the NL side. And it has slowed down. WinFakt is on the attacking side. Redbyte is on defense, on strike. I'm pretty sure WinFakt are going to try and look to get the advantage on here. Yeah, attack side preferred by quite a few teams these days as the better side to get a couple of rounds on. Riddick and Toby are last 2 standing versus 3 from the WinFakt side. Riddick thinking he spotted a player towards Albin. Fantasy peeks Riddick, does actually tag him up. There's one front A if he's not careful, will be shut down here. It is going to be Termi, does turn around, sprays down like nothing, hits about as little, and Termi will be shut down. This means that it is only Riddick last man standing. He also gets shut down. 3 win players left standing after that round. It's a good start, it's a slow round, and WinFakt definitely still have it in them to push a whole lot harder onto those sides. As we do experience a little bit of VPN like Reflexer with the double +10 Evo and Max dropping down. Reflex is going to be pushing towards this front A area. That middle street is extremely clear. Reflexer having no issues to just casually walk into front A. Met's going to shut him down. Met, your only person defending inside this A side with that SMG, takes out Fantasy as well. So for the only one to get frags for the Redbyte side in this round. Met having heard that scope front A, he's going to carry on peeking towards mid shop. Does spot one on the car in front. Yafet's getting the advantage over him. Does shut him down. Riddick with the reply down to a 2-on-2. And now we shall see that WinFakt are all stuck towards the statue side. Yafet's getting tagged up by a nade. Riddick and Termi both away from the bomb side. Riddick lands the shot there onto Strength. Termi peeks over the garage wall, does shut down Yafet. It's going to take it to 1-1. All up and even again. And there's still 22 rounds to go before we might see a 3rd place winner. Of course, WinFakt, as I may have mentioned, is the current winner, or the current map leader. They have got 1 map to the good. Strength getting tagged up there by Termi. Yafet's and Reflex with nades onto Max and Eva. That's just going to completely open up that A side. Reflex and the rest of his teams works fast enough. They should be able to get into this A side uncontested. Reflexer with a shot there onto Met. Spraying through the smoke, landing the shot down to Termi. That should take him to a nice little hat trick. WinFakt taking the lead in that round. And that's a lot faster gameplay. That's what WinFakt can do. They really don't have to linger around so much longer than what they had been doing in the opening rounds. Termi with a shot there onto Strengths as the nades on all that, the smoke's on all that good for the covering. Evo with a car nade onto Probob. And now Met's peeking the front. He's got to be careful. Because late people sitting in spawn are still common in this game. And he will get tagged up. Fantasy is on overlook, does shut down Evo. He's not actually expecting someone to push him. He's expecting someone to be in mid shops. Following Fantasy now is going to peek Cafe. There's going to be one there. Oh, he does tag up Met. Met's heavily tagged up. Fantasy peeks around the corner. Max is waiting. There was 3 players towards that A site. Met with the deagle onto Reflexer. 2-2 is your current scoreline. And at the moment, not swinging in any specific direction. We had seen a game earlier, which I believe was Redbyte versus Infused, where Redbyte had the defending side win 6-6 and then lost 13-7. So they've got to be careful that they don't make a repeat of their brother team Evo peeking up to take up Probop. There's 3 players on this A side for Redbyte. Evo spraying through the wall to take out Strength. There's another one towards Garage. Yafes is going to actually get a reply in there to take out Met. And now it's going to be left down to 2 WinFakt players, Reflexa and Fantasy. I'm going to take it away with Fantasy. He's got that golden AK. It's being sprayed down through the Garage wall. Nothing connecting for him. Fantasy, your last man standing in. Still in the Garage. Riddick going to pick him off Azord. Gets the last 2 frags. Puts his team into the lead for the first time. And WinFakt should be able to bring this one back. Moving on to the 6th round. Catches the nade to his face. Reflexa dropping him. Gonna watch Max here as he is inside this A-bomb side with an AK. It's gonna be the first line of defense if they start rushing over Cafe side. All he's doing is peeking up and down. Just making sure that no one can spot him. Fantasy and Overlook taking out Evo with an AK. Even Fantasy seeming to have dropped an SMG to have a little bit of fun with an AK. Strength peeking into that A side. Does have the bomb with him. Fantasy on the AK. Takes out Max. Takes out a second one as Termi also drops. Reflex with the last kill. 3-3 is your scoreline. WinFakt. All 5 still standing. And how they've gone from losing so many players the previous round to just casually picking up a team ace the next round is beyond me. Watching away here. Let's take it away with Termi. He is on that scope jump. Has landed a shot there onto Strength. That is the scope down there for the WinFakt side. Fantasy grabs another double as Evo and Max both drop. Now Termi's going to get that early nade onto that A-bomb side. Reflex with a shot onto Med. Termi actually getting a frag there onto Yafet. Following Riddick. He's being sprayed over from Garage. Does make it a little barricade. He's got some cover, but Fantasy quick on the ball. Pushes around the side. Gets the hat-trick. Shuts down Riddick. And we will see WinFakt take the lead now 4-3. Now, following away here with Evo. Going to get his front nade out. And his smoke. Oh, his teammate Met getting tagged up right in front of him. Riddick with the nade onto Probop to start off the round. And it seems WinFakt have pushed that mid street. They've got 2 players towards the mid shops. It is Fantasy and it is Reflexa. Termi with a shot into Strengths. Again, some scope on scope action. And if only I knew who Strengths actually was. Now Met exposing himself to that mid shops has been tagged up numerous times and somehow survives. Pulls out the deagle, tries to fight back. Looking, that is Reflexa in that A side. Has got the deagle, it's just trying to spray out a bit, not aiming. Oh, finally does aim and actually lands a tag onto Met and will be shut down by Evo in the end. His playing around on the map. Getting a little bit detrimental to him as he does drop down towards the end. Riddick with a shot there onto Yaffa. It's going to take it to 4-4 and it's round for round at the moment. Taken away here with Strengths. Let's see what he can do with the scope. He's also got the bomb carrier, so dual roll for him. Reflex with a starting nade onto Matt. Strengths still scoping in on that A side. Evo takes out Jaffet. And Strength now finally moving across the street. Really needs to look to get some cover onto that A side for his teammates. Probo and Reflex are getting frags. Termi and Evo drop. Oh, Strengths, nice shot there onto Riddick. Max is your last man standing. Does take out Reflex. Still got a couple more to find. Fantasy's going to shut him down. Take it to 5-4. Now they hold the lead. And what's been happening the past few rounds, I wouldn't be surprised if Redbyte bring back this round. Really would not be surprised if it does happen. Termi going to be opening up on mid. Unfortunately, he has had a smoke barrier put up in front of him. Makes his life all that much more difficult. Stops him peeking the cross, really. Strength taking out Max inside that A site. He does fall back all the way to Cafe. Or outside of Cafe to cover that mid street. He's rather favouring his chances with a different angle than counter. Evo into Fantasy. Strength still waiting to push somewhere. Moving over to Termi. Termi's in that A site, has got a nade with him. He has just used it to see if he can stop an A push. Reflexer going, Mate going down to the SMG of Reflexer. Riddick shutting him down in the back though. Probob onto Evo. This brings it down to 1 versus 3. WinFakt looking strong this round actually. 3 men to the good. Should be able to pick up this round pretty much, well, pretty easily at least. Oh, Probob with a brilliant 1D to shut down Riddick. Such superb aim to be able to land a shot like that. And that's going to put a little smile on his face as they move up into the next round. Now, taking it away here with Reflexer. Let's go with the main end of the last round to starting the next round with him. He has started off with a nade onto Max, and it seems that Redbyte aren't learning from the nades. I mean, WinFakt have basically netted there nearly every single round. And why they haven't learned yet, hey, wait, let's not go towards double pumps early in the round. Let's actually wait out the nade and then push. It's beyond me. It shouldn't be that difficult to remember where people are nading, or to at least let your teammates know where people are nading. It is yet to be seen. Matt sitting inside this mid shops, and we have an M16 in play. I lie, an M14. Now, he has got the camo on it. The army camo is pasted all over that gun. Going to be spraying towards mid shops, and the deadliness about this weapon is it's a one-shot headshot. Besides the scopes, this is the only other gun that you can one-hit someone in their head and they will die. So, deadly weapon and a stupid weapon at the same time, as the aiming on it is pretty difficult, and it's not a favorite weapon to use. Yeah, but it's now needing to look to move into help out his teammates. Going to go for the cross. Termi's going to shut him down as he jumps across. Strength is your last man standing. Does get shut down by Riddick. It's going to take it 6-5. And WinFakt. WinFakt really needing to look to maybe extend their lead to 7-5. Or they really just are having that much fun that they're not too bothered at it by the moment. Probob now with that M14. It's got the blue tiger on it now. So definitely having fun, and I'm really curious to see if he actually gets a frag with this. He has tagged up one. I believe it is actually the AK for Redbyte side. It is Evo. Does get tagged up. Probob re-peeking towards that A side on the bins. Not going to find anything just yet. Evo taking our fantasy. We'll have 3 WinFakt players in this mid shops. Evo again as he takes out Yafet's. Reflexer getting tagged up himself. And now Strengths and Reflexer both go down. Probob gets taken out by Termi. And we will see the good halves being called. But it is not looking good for it's not looking good for Redbyte at the moment. Yeah, it's difficult to say at the moment. I'm pretty sure if WinFakt take this a little bit more seriously than what they are, that they'll be able to end it off a lot quicker. Now, I have also just been told that the finals also going to be starting soon, so some action coming up from there as well. But at the moment we are still in the 3rd place playoff. I just want to let my production team know that they need to ready up. Don't forget about that one. Getting the second half underway. 6-6 is your scoreline. WinFakt going to the defending side. Redbyte is on the attacking side. And I just want to have a look over the the WinFakt gun selections we have, as Probob was using the M14. It's not great effect. We see an MP44 coming out as well. Reflex has got an M4 silenced. And I don't think WinFakt could be taking this any less seriously than what it already is. Probob gets the shot there onto Met. With that M14, Met dropping to it. 3-3 now. And at the moment, it seems that WinFakt are just playing this one as a joke. I mean, it's not that they're not playing seriously. It's just that they're not taking it seriously. They're having fun where they could have probably sealed it off long ago. Now Riddick finishes off Fancy. Down to a 2-on-3. WinFakt are the man behind, but I don't think bothers them all too much. Tommy's still trying to find this player up in mid, but Reflex is coming from behind and he's got to be careful about that. Oh, yeah, it's actually stealing the kill there from Tommy. Lost the player standing for WinFakt or Reflexer, and Yafits. They're going to need to look to push to B side very quickly. Redbyte getting that bomb down. It was Eva with that AK. No. Reflexer spotting a player there towards that B side, or towards their spawn side. Reflexer getting the shot there onto Evo. Riddick is your last man standing. He's going to be lingering around the bomb side. Doesn't want to peek out too much, but he doesn't want to get away or doesn't want to move away from this bomb side. He lands the first one onto Reflexer. Yafits is going to push up with that SMG. Riddick with the second one will pull that one off and actually put his team into the lead. And now we see Redbyte with lead for the first time this matchup. And yet we still don't see much more seriousness coming out from Team WinFakt. Still the M14 in play. Yafits at least has got an SMG. He's going to push up onto the sling side. Max is going to shut him down. They fail his script trying to get away. Now I hear an MP44 on the map, but his strengths. Let's see if he can actually find a frag with this one. M14 comes out. Med drops to it. Probe trying to find another. Doesn't seem to do so. Now, Probop taking out Riddick Azel with an SMG that had picked up a different weapon to grab that frag. Now, it has gone quiet as WinFakt wait for Redbyte to move into their aim sites. Tommy heavily tagged up by an M14, a weapon that he probably won't be as used to by any means. Tommy's going to look towards the sling side. Has the scope with him. Will peek up, but by the time he does, Bebop's far away from his aim. Fantasy getting picked up himself, and he is actually the scope. Max should be able to move onto the bomb side now. Get the bomb down. To do so, his teammate Tommy should to give him the cover he needs. Strengths is going to move in with that MP44. Oh, does actually take up Tommy. He's going to try and tap away onto that Burns wall. Won't land the frag just yet. Max is going to get it onto him though. Oh, now we're seeing with that M14. Here's the last man standing for WinFakt. Takes out Max, the double tap. Hasn't taken out Tommy yet. Has spotted Tommy though. Tommy's going to be a little bit worried. No, he's not going to re-peek with an SMG. Take him out. Redbyte puts Redbyte 2 rounds into the lead. Could we see a change of weapons yet? No, we won't. It still seems like they're having much fun with these weapons. Taking it away with Eva here. AK for the Redbyte side. Let's see if they can actually use this to their advantage and push these A sites as I mean, WinFakt have got heavily weak weapons, or weapons that won't be as used to. So WinFakt might not understand how to play those guns to their full potential. Fantasy taking out Evo with that scope. Puts them at a 3 versus 3. Riddick actually hearing Strength through his left hand side. It is with that M4 silence. Riddick's going to peek out, take out Strengths. Down to a 2-on-2. Med's still sitting on the bomb, and if he peeks out now, he might get the frag onto Fantasy. No, he won't. Oh, he does there. Lands on Fantasy. Probob's last man standing versus Met, and he's got a G3. Oh, wow. Can't say I've seen this gun come out much. Play is off to the right. Does try and hit a couple of shots. Met getting another one after a plant. We'll take it to 9-6. And I think that WinFakt are playing this one for a third map. It's just a hunch. It's like aim a hunch. But they're not too worried if they lose this map. Now, Max is going to be pushing up into mid. Strength takes him out. Met getting a reply, and Termi getting Yafits as well. And that means that WinFakt should be able to push to the bomb side a little bit better. Sorry, Redbyte to push to the bomb side a little bit better. Riddick getting the shot into Reflex. He has got the bomb with him. He's still got Fantasy and Probob to find. Vantage is shoved down here with the Eagle in front A, and he does do so. 9-7 is your score. 2-round advantage in favor of Redbyte. And yet, WinFakt do not seem phased by this whatsoever. Now, Strengths is going to be playing up towards this B site, seeing if he can do anything with that AK. There is a Redbyte team surging towards B that he's got to be very wary about. At the moment, looks like he might stack these players. Has spotted an SMG, misses all the shots. There's an AK around the corner, misses those as well. Now we'll see Max and Eva, the last two left fighting. Or make that just Max, last two left fighting for the Redbyte side. Reflexer, Fantasy and Strengths lost two standing, or sorry, lost three standing for WinFakt. So they are definitely two men to the good over Redbyte. Max does not have the bomb with him as well, which means he needs to get a frag and get out of A and grab that bomb and get it planted and still try and take out a player or two from WinFakt. Not going to happen. And of course, we'll see it now. So a one-round difference. Seems WinFakt are kind of fighting back a bit to an extent. I think they're just trying to even it out a little bit more. Sammy with the scope to ProBob. Fantasy watching this B cross area to reflect. This side, Redbyte could really push in here if they knew what I could see. Med taking out Fitz. Fantasy is going to be next up in line to die, and he does do so. Strengths is your last man for the WinFakt side, and it seems Redbyte. Sorry, it seems WinFakt are determined to push this onto a third map. Because yet to see a gun change, and if they really think that they can perform as well as they can with those guns that they can with normal weapons, yeah, that hasn't looked at the last few rounds, let's put it that way. Max going for the streak, it's going to be pushing towards Cafe. Now, Max getting out of the Cafe side, ProBob taking out Med. Max is here to find someone, Reflexer takes him out. Now, Riddick inside this mid shop should be able to set up a nice crossfire system. He doesn't do so. He doesn't take out one. Yep, Fitz and ProBob close off Redbyte. Take it to 10-9 now. And still a one-round lead. And Redbyte are still holding on to it. And it seems WinFakt are starting to fight back a bit more. Going to take it away with Fantasy. Let's see if he can get anything here on the cross. Has got the scope, but doesn't spot Termi doing a jump or anything. So he's just going to make his way to the balcony, pop a nade out towards B-side. Termi picks him off as soon as he throws that nade. Such quick timing from Termi there. Max trying to look towards garage side. There is actually one laying down there. It is ProBob. And he might get shot. No, he won't. His teammate Strengths in there to help him out. Lands a shot into Evo. Last man standing is in fact Termi, and he is towards B side. And he's been able to fool WinFakt so far. Has got the scope, tries to go for the no scope, doesn't land anything. Tries to quick scope in there, doesn't do anything as well. He's going to pull out the Eagle, see if he can land anything with that. Doesn't do so just yet. Will drop finally. It is 10-10. Only 4 rounds left. And yeah, so if you guys just joined us again, this is the third place decider. WinFakt having one map in their hands. Well, Redbyte are still in this to try and fight back. They can still. It is best of 3. So there's by no means that Redbyte are out of this just yet. Max and Met both getting frags. Max spotting a player towards B alley area. Does actually tag him up. Termi gets a shot into Reflexer. Evo finishes off ProBob. And now Redbyte only 2 rounds away from winning. Now I'm going to see if I can take it away here with Riddick. See what he's doing with his AK playstyle. Having a look at the scoreboard as well. We'll see Reflex on 23 frags. Strength sitting on 7. And like I've seen so many times in the past, Redbyte with their very evenly spread teams or individual scores, which is always so good to show that you know, the whole team is carrying the weight of the win. And now WinFakt alive once again. Redbyte 2 men down. Now Termi with that deagle onto strengths. Trying to close him off. Met with the SMG onto Yafet. Down to a 2-on-3. It seems Redbyte still want to win this one. Reflexer shuts down Evo. Met's your last man standing. He is towards B side. In those B shops. Has put a one on garage. There's another one front A. Gonna have a hard time here. Takes it to 11-11. 2 more rounds left. And could see an overtime for 3rd place. Let's see if we can find something from the WinFakt side. Fantasy getting Termi as he tries to go for the cross. Brilliant scoping skills here from an usual SMG player. Evo peeking over the cafe side, not going to find anything. Fantasy sitting on these double palms. Himself also trying to find something. His teammates has notified of him someone towards that cafe area, but he sees nothing. He does catch the cross though, Evo flying mid as he shuts him down. Strength gets the kill onto Riddick. 12-11 is your scoreline. And maybe, just maybe, WinFakt might bring this one back. Now, WinFakt have got literally 1 round to win this, and otherwise they will be going into overtime. Max pushing up the street, should be able to find a frag. It does take out strengths. Yafet gets the reply in. Oh, we've had a sneaky here. Probob's got a shotgun and his overlook. Now, how are you able to sneak past all defenses to get into a position like that? That takes some skill. We'll see him playing around with that shotgun. Does actually tag up the scope for the Redbyte side. 2-on-2. Some of the guys are already saying GG. The game's not over until the last player dies for a team. Now, Fantasy sitting in cafe. Termi looks to be pushing towards this front A area. Yafet's trying to peek over the wall. Not going to find anything just yet. Does actually spot the scope. Tags up Termi. He's going to push here. Oh, Fantasy peeks out, takes out Riddick. Pulls out the scope. He knows where the last one is. Termi needs to try and find this frag onto Fantasy. Doesn't. Fantasy re-peeks. WinFakt to take a 2-0. 13-11 again. And that'll be Redbyte.it Italian side out of the matchup. And this means that we are done. That is the 3rd place decider out of the way. Now we will be moving on to the grand finals. That'll be coming up hopefully soon. They're going to be setting up the last couple of things, and we're jumping into that one. It will be Infused versus Lowland Lions, which should be a superb matchup. But thanks again to MediaOnShop.nl for making the stream possible. And of course, this is Chaos TV bringing you guys live coverage from the Adroits COD4 Masters. I myself am Menace, and we'll be back very soon.